Okay, so I have an idea, and I want to try it. So let's see. So this is a Discord episode, kind of. So Twilight's like, "Hey Spike, let's do this thing." He's like, "No," and he's like, "Okay." Then they go outside. Then the main five in Discord have funs and laughs. Twilight's like, "Man, I'm super left out and super lonely. This sucks," and she can't comprehend that sometimes things happen because you're not there and it's okay. And then the episode ends with her being like, "It's okay to be lonely," and Discord's like, "Yep." LOL, but then the other group are like, we have our own LOL. So he's like, what? No. And then cruel irony bites him in his spiky tail. But the end. I wanted to see if I could condense an episode into like 30 seconds of talk.
And I guess that'll work.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, goodbye.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
No, but I mean, we're gonna talk about the episode. First opening statement. If I can get the floor ready, no filibusters.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
So, okay.
The episode's all right. I mean, the episode's all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. I thought. I think the direction that they're going with Discord now, especially after Three's a Crowd, is just making it a lot better. Just for the simple fact that it's not like Three's a Crowd.
I know. I love that Discord has made it his personal mission to bust Twilight's balls whenever he can.
I know, it's so awesome to see. But like, let's just go through the episode. So it starts off, and I think this is why your lower third works so well, because it's like, I'm gonna reshelf these, and I'm gonna make it easier than the Dewey Decimal System. And I'm like, the Dewey Decimal System in Equestria is fucked up in the first place, so who cares? Because seriously, Elements of Harmony, a reference guide in the first episode was under E. That's not how the Dewey Decimal System works, darn it. And now you have freaking. Maybe he is bringing it to the Dewey Decimal System.
You saying that reminds me of something. So let me change my lower third real quick. There we go.
Oh my gosh. You like books. We get it. Pinky 2015.
I love that she just threw that out there last episode. And I think the video cut out before I could say this, but I like that Discord's made it his personal mission to just bust Twilight's balls whenever he can.
Yeah.
So they organize the thing. Then My Little Pony, my little, and she comes out of her, right, and then she's like, hey everybody, how you doing? And no, actually, Rainbow Dash and Discord are charging in for some reason.
And seriously, was it just me? Or when you saw that, did you not think, oh crap, Tyrik's back?
For a fraction of a second, I was just like, what the? Oh, okay. So
that makes more sense. Rainbows and brown, but they don't mix together. I don't get this. What is life?
Did you say that made sense?
No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't mix well.
No. It sounded like that the words you said were that made sense, not that made sense. That made sense. Hold on.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
There we go.
Yeah, so they're saying, they're like saying the things at the same time, and I'm just like, when did Dash ever be okay with hanging with Discord? Twilight and Spike are saying the same thing, and let me just say, I loved Spike in this episode, because if you really look at it, it's just like, yeah, he's not really relegated to talking much. He's more relegating to rolling his eyes, and honestly, I love that kind of deadpan humor.
I know. It's like, it's similar. It's akin to what he was doing in in lesson zero. Like the whole time Twilight's just like freaking and he's like, no, no, and stuff. And he does all that's what that reminded me of, and it was funny.
Yep. The lower thirds never get old, am I right?
What?
Oh, they never do get old, do they? Hey, I wonder if this is any better than what we had when you were using the notebook.
Got that. It was funny in concept, but it was horrible in lag time.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
kind of saw that.
Google. So and can I say I can honestly see Discord being all chummy with virtually any of the main six, even Twilight to a degree. But I always thought him and Rainbow Dash would always be at odds, and the fact that they were the first, like just out the gate, they were just like, yeah, bro. I'm like, no, he would have had to have pulled some strings and made her a Wonderbolt, or just I don't know. What's something Discord would do that Rainbow Dash would like? Say she's awesome a million times.
Yeah, it's reminding me of that one scene, the one cut scene. If anyone's played Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, there's a
Everyone that had a game quest played that.
It was a required side quest that you go to one of your previous areas. Play. I think like there's two Piantas or whatever. The woman has lost her ring, and her husband's like, come on, babe, I love you. We'll find it. I know we will. And so she's just like, you have to say I love you 100 times, and literally you have to count him saying I love you 100 times.
There
count to the bottom corner of the speech bubble.
There are dumber things for a mini game that have been in Mario games. Screw that Stingray crap from Mario Galaxy 1.
Hey, that was fun. I liked it.
That was hard. It was hard. There were no rails, so it reminded me of Rainbow Road. It was twisty like Rainbow Road, and what else? Oh yeah, it was hard. Okay,
Rainbow Road.
Yeah, it was just hard. It was Waterworld. It was like if Kevin Costner took the movie Waterworld, but then made a Rainbow Road knockoff.
I want to see that in a Mario Kart game now.
I want to see Mario in Mario Galaxy 3. Seriously, Nintendo, I will buy a Wii U if you make that. Anyway, off topic. So yeah, So then she's walking around, and then the next pair she comes across with is Discord and is it Pinkie Pie or no? It's Rarity.
It's Discord, Rarity, and Fluttershy.
That's right. So she goes to Rarity's for reasons,
something or other.
And
I want to talk to you about what happened the last 3 days.
She's like, hey, Rarity, why'd you get 3 episodes in a row? Because, darling, bronies hate me, but they love me at the same exact time. I'm not a waifu. I'm a wife. That joke sounded less rapey in my head. So anyways.
No, go on.
No, I honestly can't remember what's going on. It's late, and I watched the episode like 3 days ago.
Now, here's the best part. Because he's just like, they're talking about something along the lines of, like, orange, you glad I didn't say banana again, or something like that. And I swear to you, when you saw Fluttershy in that orange, did you not think of it as a Pony.Mov reference?
My thing is, Fluttershy, does Fluttershy have to be adorable with everything? Because at this point, Fluttershy being adorable in anything is basically fan service.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that thing she said when she had the bee costume. Does this conjure opinion?
Does this bring up any images for you? A bee, perhaps? No, there's other people that are gonna be like, I swear to you, the R34 community took that way out of context.
Yeah, because this fandom is anything but not reproductive.
Yeah,
So basically, what we're getting at is Discord is like super bro now with all of them, and Twilight's like, dude, what the hell? And Spike's like, you're jealous. She's like, I'm not jealous, and she kind of makes a point that I kind of agree with. Honestly, she says, I'm the prince of friendship. I don't have the right to be jealous, and honestly, I'm not one to downplay anyone's problems by social status, but she's basically the fourth in line for total power over Equestria. She has a castle where her library used to be, and evidently the library there is bigger than the actual library that was there. And not to mention, she's literally all her life lessons that she's had for the last year and a half in the show that's been going on has been all of her friends. Honestly, yeah, she kind of doesn't have the right to complain.
Yeah, but I it's more at the end that I'm going to talk about this, but I do like that they kind of brought something like this up. Social status, for the most part, doesn't have to literally be like, it shouldn't have to matter in how you're feeling. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, celebrities, music stars, YouTube personalities, we're all people.
And I appreciate, and I know they were going to do this anyway before the Phantom Hours, but I really appreciate that they've retained that, like that they're like, yeah, Twilight is still a person, the same person that we know. She just happens to be a princess, and in almost any other thing, I don't think that could be convincingly pulled off, but they do it pretty well here in the show, like overarching. But they were kind of setting up to this episode in earlier episodes, like when Applejack and Rarity went to Manhattan, and Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash go to Griffin, the Griffin place. They played her off as kind of envious to go, which I thought, oh, she's just getting stir crazy. But I think she just, I don't know. They're probably gonna mention this later, but she probably just wanted to get out and be with her friends, like it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel now I feel like a dick for my lower third.
Well, I'm just gonna say though, I think you may have just come up with a really good headcanon.
Oh, I finally have one of those that you didn't come up with that becomes canon? Awesome.
Yeah, seriously. Because think about it. Going back in both the Rarity, in both the Rarity and Applejack and the Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash episodes, not key episodes, but map episodes. Both times, Twilight is bored or wants to go and starts to get jealous, but stops herself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she still finally just lets the jealousy get to her.
Future generations are going to look back on the show, and they're going to look at these 5 seasons or 10, however long the show goes. But they're going to look through the first one through the 5th one primarily. Like, okay, the first one was the fun one. The second one was the good. The second one was the best one. The third one was the meh one. The fourth one was the pretty good one. And the 5th one was the one with the overarching story and symbolism that no one ever really thought about until they watched the episode again like 3 other times. And they're like, hey, wait a minute. This is actually why are they putting this much thought? Oh, my God, the show is great. Then the fandom is going to get born again. Then there's going to be BronyCon 2035, and like Paleo and Saberspark are going to have their gray balding heads and just be like, back in my day, we had a radio website. we don't talk about that. And then me and John are still going to be here in our rooms, and we're just going to be like, those guys suck. And history will repeat itself, just like the story of Metal Gear.
Oh my god!
That's exactly
That
what's
was
going to
awesome.
happen in like 10 years from now.
That was seriously awesome.
So
Yeah, and we're gonna be on top with like 2 million subscribers or whatever.
and it'd just be like 2 million. Those guys have like 20 gobblezillion.
I can't believe these guys just got to 2 billion subscribers. We're always the lesser show.
So Twilight's super jelly, right? and um and so she pulls a Pinky Sense episode, or whatever that episode was called, the Pinky Sense episode, where she's like, I'm going to create an experiment, which is cool because it was cool to see science Twilight again. I thought her science side's been a bit untapped in recent years. And so she tries to recreate the scenes with them and tries to get them to a T as far as like tablecloths and menus and stuff. But as Discord and the others point out, you just they're just like hashtag just had to be there. And had to be there, and like you can't recreate. They're basically saying you can't recreate, spontaneity, which is true, which makes Twilight go a little, sad, mad, or sad, if you will, to a point where there's a scene where no, go on.
No, it kind of reminds me. You were saying that we haven't seen Twilight's scientific side in a while. Maybe that's why they had that scene in Ponies the Anthology 5 where it's like, press the science button. And Missile goes up and destroys the treehouse and is like, yeah, we did it for science. Screw my house.
Oh my god. This show is incredible. Like, I love this show. So it culminates at Twilight's house where she's like, fine, I'm jelly. And Discord's like, oh really? And she's like, yes. Which you probably feel similar like I do, if I know where you're going with this, but I'm so torn on this because I was right there with Twilight until kind of near the end, where she's like, I felt bad that I missed this thing with you guys, and I feel left out, and I need to learn that's okay. And then them and Discord are like, well, it's cool, but we have fun without you, but that's fine, whatever. We did our it's similar to the moral last episode where Fluttershy's like, it's not my cup of tea. She's being left out of Nightmare Night, but as opposed to this, it's not like a sad thing. It's just like, it's cool. It's an acceptance thing, and
it's something I choose to do.
Yeah, but Twilight. See, this is interesting because there's always those times where it's like you have this thing planned at your house or something or somewhere else, and your friends are doing something, and you're either aware of it or not aware of it or whatever. But you do your thing, and you're just like, man, this was cool. It was me doing my thing, whatever. And then next time you see them, they're all like laughing, joking about this thing you're there. It's like you feel a little left out, and that was the key here, was being left out. And they're all like, we're cool. This is where it lost me, though, where Discord said that he rigged this just to teach Twilight a lesson.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait, what? And then instantly all the good times are gone, and then Twilight does her own joke, and then they're like, and then he's like, wait, what? And then they're like, he just had to be there, then he feels all small. That's the part where it lost me, because what I'm trying to get at is that I know that feeling of being Twilight, but also that feeling of being Discord. It's like you have fun with all your pals despite the circumstances, but then here comes someone else and they had good times and you feel left out. It's this weird like cynical circle of longingness and apathy.
Now,
This review just took a really deep turn.
it did. You're getting very philosophical on
No
me.
other show on the planet does this to me. I'm invested in Ruby and WWE. I'm invested in these other shows that are everywhere, but no show just pulls all the stuff out, and it's just like, here, look at it, examine it, feel it pulsating, feel it warm. And well, I'm just gonna go into a death metal song in a second. You were saying?
So, okay, my thing on this scene, and the whole reason that they're at the house is simply because Twilight thinks that Discord put them under a spell. Why else would they do that?
Which, to be honest, that was kind of a dick assumption.
It was. But here's the thing. I mean, I'm loving the little tidbits, like, Rarity's like, I don't know about this, darling, and Picky's just swigging it down like crazy, and is just like, yeah, what? Do you have some more of that stuff? And I'm thinking, I think Pinky might be the one pony out of the main six that would get drunk really quick.
Yeah, Dash may be the alcoholic, but she could probably hold her liquor better than Pinky's.
I agree.
My God. I work with two women at McDonald's in their late 40s that are just like those two.
Oh, wow. Now, here's the thing. And that would actually make more sense. I am going through Life and Times again. And the main relationship is Pinky and Dash. Like the main side relationship. I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes too much sense now. But
yeah.
Now, here's the thing. At the point that Discord comes in, he's done all this stuff. He's got peanut butter on his freaking feet. And when I see that, and he's like pulling it apart in a previous scene, I'm just like, that is disgusting, dude. Just saying. And, he's saying, like, it was a snaky thing to do. I'm just like, the puns were strong with this one. Let's just put it like that.
Someone once told me that there was a time and place for jokes. So some people might ask if there were parts in this episode where it just wasn't those times. And my reply is no, they just weren't very good.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the truth of the story. I guess we all just had to be there. Yeah. Dun, dun. Oh my God, what if that actually is the whole point of the episode? Is because what if there's some fan that's existentially relating himself to, like, man, I wish I could have seen that as an episode. Oh my God, that probably was. Oh my God, they're mind controlling us. They're watching. Hasbro's watching us right now.
Yep. Now, going back to
bring back scene. Dave Polsky.
Gosh, we want him back. It was so good. Now, okay, here's the thing. So, at the point where Twilight confesses that she was jealous, she's like, I'm trying not to say that I'm not, but I am. I'm just jealous that I don't understand any of this at all. And you see her face contort in ways that's just like, I want to go up and hug her. So
I know.
bad.
I've never felt that about Twilight before. Most of the time, I'm just being like, ha, nerd. But, I don't know, man. I know where you're going with this, but it just loses me after this.
Yeah. Now, at the end of this, when, they're making puns off the word spell now because Discord wasn't in the room when they were doing this. And I'm just going to say, I actually laughed at this portion. I know it lost you, But when I saw that Discord started shrinking and not realizing and not getting the joke, I'm just thinking, I literally look at my screen, I'm just like, oh, you got, oh.
I'm looking at that and I'm going, man, it's not the him shrinking thing that bugs me. What bugs me is they had this really good plot, but then they kind of threw it away by having Discord pull a dick move, and it was just like, because this is the kicker. Is he's like, oh yeah, they wanted to invite you, but I just told them that you were doing something, and he tries to say that it was at the point of teaching her a lesson, and I'm just like, no, why did you do that? I don't know. I'm usually not this whiny when it comes to something in an episode I like, but in this case, it's like, it would have been stronger for her character if she came to these realizations on her own, because clearly you watch the episode and you're like, Discord knows what's eating her because he's Discord, and that he knows. But if they would have just left it at that, that's fine. But they instead just made it Discord just being a jerk, and it kind of takes away from the message a bit when you think that this moral was established on basically false pretenses, where if Discord didn't lie about it, then she would have then this moral probably wouldn't have happened. If it would have been like they were like, hey, Twilight, come hang out with us, and she's like, no, I've got this thing, that's different. But they make Discord the bad guy after they establish Twilight's moral, so they could try and push Twilight's character development. But I don't know, that bit didn't really sync with me. Like, oh, let's just make Discord look bad to make Twilight look good, because he's still a developing character too. I mean, he's still got to repent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my issue with that. It doesn't take away from the episode as a whole, but it does. That's why I put the 50-50 moral thing, because I'm split on how I feel about how this episode ended.
Mm-hmm. Now, overall.
Oh wait, hold on. It's rating time.
Yes, it is.
I think I'm gonna do this one next time. Reminds me of Inception.
It does. It really does.
That is, ever since that movie came out, that sound has been that note has been used in every movie trailer for the last 6 years.
And if you really think about it, back in 2005, when they had War of the Worlds, the remake, with Tom Cruise,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because literally, whenever the aliens would sound their siren, it's like a bah, and then the music instantly would just go. I'm just like, yes.
Oh, great! So Steven Spielberg created Christopher Nolan, or his soundtracks, anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think this was an interesting episode. It had some good moments, not so good moments, but I overall enjoyed it. So I give this a 7.5.
I'm gonna have to give it a flat 7.
Okay.
It like I said, the ending just had me divided, and it's definitely by no means a bad episode. It's far. I mean, there are worse episodes. Nothing will ever beat. What was our worst episode of last season? Was it Somebody to? Oh yeah, it was either Three's the Crowd. I can't remember if it was that or Somebody to Watch Over Me, but it'll. No. This was a better Twilight Discord feud episode, but I kind of wish it wasn't a Discord Twilight feud episode, because I mean, it ended with them smiling, laughing, in a group hug. But after I could. Sorry, it's not even that I feel passionately about it. It's just I'm a rambling man.
Yeah.
Oh, I was born. What do you mean? Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, you actually do the good ramblings a lot of the time on these reviews. Just saying.
I'm rambling about all how I personally connect with it, and you're like looking at it from the intellectual side. It's very Siskel and Ebert of us, actually. But yeah, episode wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So, I really enjoyed this episode. And I'd say out of the 3 Discord episodes we've had, I'd rank this one in the middle. I still think that that him at the Grand Galloping Gala was the
Oh
highlight.
my God, the smooth episode was great.
Yep. What about Discord is in the middle, and then Three's a Crowd is down at scraping at the bottom of the ship barrel.
Yeah, well, technically, doesn't Keep Calm and Flutter On count as a Discord episode too? Or do you mean the post Reformation?
The post Reformation is what I'm thinking of.
Then yeah. I don't know. He had a pretty cool role in the Tyrek episodes.
Yeah, he was really good in that. So yeah, yeah, I think next week's episode is the one you're pining away to see.
You know, that episode, I don't want to get too psyched because I remember I got psyched for Power Ponies. But, you know, I'm a history buff on certain things, and Hatfield and McCoy's is one of those weird random things. So, like, I'm going to have my Leonard Skinner shirt on and this cowboy hat I got. And I got a Leonard Skinner flag hanging. I'm just going to drape myself in it for the review.
That'll be awesome.
It's probably one of the only surviving Confederate flags in America. Surprised my dad let me got that. He's Mexican.
But
yeah,
funny.
That's it from me. That's it from me, Snakeskin.
And that's it from me, John.
Bye.
And see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.